What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of All Around Boxing TV in 2022. My name is Johnny, and I'm really excited about this year because All Around Boxing is working on a lot of projects here for the Arizona boxing community and Arizona boxers. So hopefully I get to announce those projects this month. But first, let's talk about what's already happening for these Arizona boxers, which February 5th, there's a lot of attention that's happening and going to be given to Arizona boxers, which is under the Thurman versus Barrio card. We have three Arizona fighters in that main card, and that is Carlos Castro from Phoenix, Arizona, facing Luis Nery. Then we got Abel Ramos from Casa Grande, Arizona, facing Josecito Lopez. Then we got the co-main event, which is Keenan Carbajal from Phoenix, Arizona, versus Leo Santa Cruz. So I'm really happy for these Arizona fighters that work so hard to be in the spotlight. And also, I'm really happy that they're in the spotlight because it's going to inspire the younger generation that's going to look up to them and say they can make it to the top. So this episode, I'm going to be talking about one of the fights that's happening in February 5th, which is Carlos Castro versus Luis Nery. I'm going to be giving you guys a little bio of each fighter and also how I think each fighter should approach each other. So enjoy the video, guys, and let's get started. Carlos Castro versus Luis Nery, February 5th in the Thurman versus Barrios card should be a fan-friendly, fast-paced fight. Now, before I break down how each fighter should approach one another, let's look at both fighters' records. So Luis Nery is from Tijuana, Mexico. He's a southpaw. He's 27 years old. He's 5 feet 5 inches in height, and his reach is 65 inches. His record consists of 31 wins with 24 KOs. He has one loss, and that is against Brandon Figueroa, and that was from a vicious body punch. Now, here's a fact that and a trend I found out about Luis Nery that a lot of experts give him, but I kind of disagree with, and that's they compare Luis Nery to Manny Pacquiao, and I could see it because he's a southpaw, but I just think they're two different fighters. Pacquiao had more pep to his step. You know, he had more pop. He was just a little bit more bouncier. And Luis Nery, he's very flat-footed. So that's why I disagree with the experts. And I would say they're two separate fighters. And Luis Nery is not the next Manny Pacquiao. Now, here's some things that Luis Nery does in the ring that I like and dislike. Now, what I like that Luis Nery does in the ring is I like his power punches. I also like that he gets in brawls and he has that weapon to use against his opponents. He also has a good right hook. That right hook is also thrown at a weird angle and can put people to sleep, and he's done it before in the past. He also has nice body work when he really digs into those punches, and he really does that really consistently. He could be a difference maker in a fight, and it could be a difference maker when facing Carlos Castro. Now, what I dislike that Luis Nery does in the ring is I don't like that he doesn't use too much head movement. And when he does try to use any defense, he does this like Mayweather shoulder roll, but he gets hit by it. Does not block anything at all. Now, Luis Nery also gets frustrated with fighters that move a lot, and that's, I think, something that Carlos Castro might do. Juan Carlos Payano did it in his fight, and he looked pretty good in that fight when he used his jab and when he also moved, and also threw Luis Nery and kind of slowed him down in the earlier rounds. And if Carlos Castro could do that, and especially carry that in the later rounds, he might have a chance in beating Luis Nery, if not stopping him. Now, let's talk about Carlos Castro. Now, Carlos Castro was born in Ciudad Obregón, Sonora, Mexico, but he was raised here all his life in Phoenix, Arizona. So he's an Arizona native by now. He's 27 years old. He's 5 feet 7 inches in height, and his reach is 70 inches. So he has a 2-inch height advantage over Nery and a 5-inch reach advantage over Nery. His record consists of 27 wins with 12 KOs, and he's undefeated in the ring. Now, here's some things that Carlos Castro does in the ring that I like and dislike. Now, one thing that Carlos Castro does that I really like is I like his straight punches. He's very textbook. He has a nice jab, nice straight down the middle, and he has a nice strong jab to the stomach. And I think all those tools are really important when facing Luis Nery. Now, I also like that Carlos Castro has a chin because he sometimes gets in these brawls when he shouldn't. and he makes the fight exciting for the fans. And I really like that Carlos Castro is a fan-friendly fight like that. And I also throw this in because I know Carlos Castro is. I like Carlos Castro's work ethic, man. He works like a Manny Pacquiao. He works like a Floyd Mayweather. He works like he wants to be the best fighter in the world. And I'll just throw in there because I know that about him. A couple things that Carlos Castro does that I dislike in the ring is sometimes he gets in these brawls. Now, I know that is one thing that I like about him, but it's also a very dangerous thing that he does. He gets in these brawls with some fighters and gives them a chance, right? And he'll be in the ropes and he'll allow fighters to punch him, and that doesn't make sense to me because he has the skill to pivot. He has the jab to keep his opponent away and to get away and kind of pivot away and put his opponent to the ropes. And I just don't know why Carlos Castro does that. Now, here's an interesting fact that I found out about Carlos Castro. Now, Carlos Castro has not fought a southpaw in 7 years, and that was April 25th, 2015, and that was against Raimundo Chacon. If I remember correctly, Ray Chacon is from Chandler, Arizona, so shout out to Ray Chacon. So is that going to be a difference in the fight, right? Is the not fighting a southpaw in 7 years going to show? Is it going to be an advantage or disadvantage for Carlos Castro? So that's a question he's going to answer February 5th. If I was training Luis Nery to face Carlos Castro, this is what I would tell him and this is what I would show him. I would show him film of the McJoe Arroyo fight to show him what he does good. And I'll show him the film with Juan Carlos Payano to show him what he should expect from Carlos Castro. Now, what he did good against the McJoe Arroyo fight is he used his jab very well, and he didn't get frustrated. And when he used the jab, he got closer to his opponent, and he dug those body punches. That's what he needs to do with Carlos Castro, because especially in the early rounds, because if I'm showing him what he did wrong or what he does wrong against boxers like Carlos Castro or Juan Carlos Payano, is when they use a lot of movement, Nery kind of gets frustrated, and he should expect Carlos Castro to use a lot of movement. And if he's going to do that, okay, the first couple early rounds, Nery needs to attack the body, use the jab to get inside to do some body work, so that later in the round he could attack the top. And then, he has power, so maybe he could put Carlos Castro out in the later rounds. We will see. Now, that's what I would tell Luis Nery and how I would train him against Carlos Castro. Now, if I'm training Carlos Castro to face Luis Nery, I'm just telling Carlos Castro, throw your jab, throw your right, your straight right, use your strong jab to the stomach, and also use your movement. And I'm also telling him to not give Luis Nery the advantage, which is him being on the ropes and allowing Nery to tee off on body punches, because Nery can punch. And also, if I was Carlos Castro, I would not give Nery a puncher's chance in this fight. So I would tell Carlos, use your movement, use your jab, use your straight down the middle. Also, use your in the earlier round, that jab to the stomach, that nice stiff jab to the stomach is very important. Use that round after round, and that's gonna frustrate. It's gonna frustrate Nery. It's gonna tire him out, and then maybe later on he get it finished. But I really feel like this is gonna go all 12 rounds. It's gonna be an exciting fight. So those are my thoughts on the Carlos Castro versus Luis Nery fight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe to All Around Boxing TV on YouTube. On my Instagram is All Around Boxing, and my Facebook is All Around Boxing Arizona. Please follow all platforms, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of All Around Boxing TV.